Welcome to Anakin Plays Pharaoh, A New Era.
Our new Pharaoh Snofru is determined that this, the fourth dynasty, be remembered as the greatest ever to rule Egypt. Pharaoh wishes that our borders be pushed even further south. He has therefore decreed that we invade Nubia and establish a fortified city at Buhen, beside the second cataract of the Nile. There you must also erect a granite obelisk to serve as a beacon that this area forever belongs to Egypt and to Pharaoh. There is no granite to be found so far south, however, so you will need to import it from Abu. At Buhen, you will encounter fierce and seasoned Nubian warriors who will fight to the death to prevent us from establishing a foothold so far south. Do not despair, for after vigorous training at a military academy, your fighting men may emerge as seasoned veterans themselves. What's more, our military engineers have perfected the design of several defensive structures, such as fortified towers, walls, and gatehouses. These will prove invaluable in withstanding the onslaught of the Nubian army. Transport ships may also be employed to aid in moving your army around by water when necessary. To the north, we have opened relations with Enkomi on the island of Cyprus. This land is named for its abundant reserves of copper ore, which we are now able to purchase from them. However, thanks to a recently established Egyptian mining community at Serabet Kadim in the land of Sinai, we are able to supply our governors with copper at a much more affordable price. Supplies from Serabet Kadim are often erratic due to unrelenting Bedouin and Canaanite attacks against the settlement, and we are uncertain how much longer the Egyptian forces stationed there can hold out. Pharaoh's burial place, a unique and spectacular monument, is currently under construction at Ashur. From time to time, Pharaoh may request that you contribute some limestone to aid in the completion of this project.
All right, hi, this is Anakin, and welcome to Series 1, Episode 13 of our playthrough of Pharaoh, A New Era, the campaign missions. So I'm going to jump right into playing. I've had a long look at this map and come out with, develop the entire strategy that I want to use. But I want to just jump right into the gameplay and just move on, and I will explain the strategy as we go. So the first one here is your first goal in this game on any campaign mission is money, money, money. So we're going to have a block that runs out like this, and we're going to set up basic stuff and a way for gold mines. Where our first targets are these gold mines. We want the money. So we're going to come out like this. And over there somewhere. The strategy we're going to use is a I would call it a no food rush. That's what we're going to do. To start with is a no food rush. You'll see why we're doing that hopefully it'll be clear to you in a minute. Let's put in basic services. We're going to put in architect, fire, police, physician, and our patron god is Seth. So it's Seth for military and Ta for our economy. And we're going to go with temple to Seth. And some of you have mentioned you can rotate the buildings to make them look better and face the road. Well, no, you can't. You can do it. There are only two positions. See that? It can only go in two positions. Well, you need four positions if you're going to be able to put the buildings So if I put the building on this side, how am I going to face the road? See, I can't do it. So you can only, I don't know why they didn't just put 4. It would be so much better if this rotated in 4 positions. But it doesn't, so I'm not going to worry about it. Now you could force yourself to put it up there to make it look better, but I don't want to. I want it on this. I want it, do I? Nah. I'll put it up there, but not for the looks. I'm putting it up there for a different reason. Because there's gold out here, and I want the gold to be able to come down here. All right, so we've got that. We've got, let's see, we're going to put in a, oh, yeah. We need a road here that goes like this to hook up to those guys. And I'm going to undo that because I probably made it too long. And I'll use housing where we have intersections to make sure that we don't don't end up putting services there. So now let's get all the housing. Well, let's skip a couple for a bazaar and go 48 would be good. Okay, and then now just quickly overall strategy. We're going to have a block here to support gold mining. We're going to have a block here to support our production and farming here. This block here will also support a dock area right here in this gold mining. So we're going to try to make this gold mining and a dock area, maybe shipwright, maybe a wharf, so you can picture this, a dock, a shipwright right there, and a warship right there. So, okay, so we got that. Let's go get our gold. 1, 2, 3 is all we're going to be able to get on that side. So we'll build roads down like this. Oh, and we're also, we know from the briefing that we have to do some limestone mining. We're going to get asked for it. So let's just get that out of the way right up front. We can put one here and here. Get a couple of them going right there. Have this come down like so. There we go. And then we can get our gold from this side over here. So we could 1, 2, 3. We can get 4 on this side. And the trick is this one right here. It just needs the corner touching to be a legit spot for a gold mine. So if we just do a road like this and down, and then it can just go down like this and into our city block, and we can put a road block right there. And then if we put an architect up here at this end, now there it happens to fit, you can rotate it. And up there it works, but what if I wanted to put it on this side? See, the only options I have are back to it or sideways. And I'm not going to develop my whole build based on limitations of the rotation. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. All right, so I'm starting to talk about entertainment. So we're going to have a block here, and we're going to have a block here. We have a goal of 3,000 people, so we're going to build 3 blocks. We'll have one here, and then over here, across the river, another one, and this is where our food is. There's ostrich here, and we're going to make sure we get good food, and also give us the ability to build our navy along here. There's also this stretch of territory over here that's pretty worthless. It's got some farming, some meadow farming here. And we could set up ferries to go across and then back over here and build a little community down here, but we're only going to do that if we absolutely need to, because it's just clumsy to get to that land. All right, so we wanted all the housing we can get to attract people. 36 would be beautiful. So we've got the fundamental things you have to have. The only thing we're missing right now, we've got religion with Seth, but we're going to old Ta is going to be irritated if we don't fix him. So let's go Seth and Ta, like so. And we can do Ta and Seth here. So now our gods should be happy for a while. We've got basic support for our people. We're set up to bring gold and limestone in. And we're not quite done with this setup. So I want to go ahead. We've got a little bit of money. I want to go ahead and get that dock in right here. We'll put this dock in right here. And then we want to come across this, and I'd like to put, let's see, a warship wharf right there. And then our shipwright, where's the shipwright? I think it's production shipwright. He's going to need to go here. He needs a big space too. So you can see he needs two of these spaces. And by the way, when they put these little squares on here, it made the game so much easier to play. So we're going to have to come back 2 for the shipwright and have room there. That road will catch him. Same thing with the wharf. It needs 2. So we'll come in like this, connect with that, and then we can put either a transport wharf, or what I think we'll put is our ferry. The ferry landing right there, and you can see it needs 1 space. So we'll skip 1 and include it and go in there and touch the side of the dock. Then if we bring the dock up like so and come across like this and up and shoot, well, that's all right, and meet those, we will connect this up for later use. We'll put a roadblock here, a roadblock there, and we don't care how the walkers should come out right there for that. If they do come out there, it won't matter. There'll be a housing right there that they can pick up people, and then of course they'll get their fire and architecture this way. All right, so speaking of which, we need fire and architecture on this up here. Architecture and firehouse. Okay, and I see one absolute miss here. If they're going to recruit, they need to be able to come down like this and this, and not that and not that. Yeah, we need this block to be able to come down here and get near that housing so it can pick up people, and we can put a block there. So this will be the loop that they walk in to pick up housing, to staff the dock and all this. And I'm seeing a whole bunch of storage yards running along here to support the dock and do imports and exports that we're going to have to do. So that's our first one. I apologize, they're mowing right out front. In fact, I'm going to stop for a minute. All right, so there's a lot of noise here. I had to take a little break. Let's get back to it. We need a storage yard here, and I'd like to have it. See, I definitely want 3. Yeah, I want to have at least 3 spaces here, and that's perfect. Just put it right across from them. That's extremely efficient. That's probably 1 too many limestone mines, frankly, considering how efficient it'll be. Let's see. Okay, this looks good. We got 2,700. It's too early to worry about imports and exports yet. Let's just let's set our taxes to 0. Pay people a little extra. And let's go. Here we go. Lots of people coming in. We should quickly have a gold mining operation up and running. There we go. We're short workers, but that won't be for long. There we go. Now we have unemployment, so great. And we've got gold mining going. Let us go out now. We've got 2876. Let's go. Is there anything we need to do here? All right, let's just, I will spare you this, but I've gone through all of these. And the pattern is that Well, and one thing to note, we don't have any raw materials. The gemstone and limestone's it. We don't have clay pits or anything. The only thing we can do is grow our own barley, right? We can grow barley. So we can grow barley over here, and we can make beer. And it so happens that there's a lot of our trade partners would buy beer. So our next thing, so this is not enough. 7 gold mines is not enough money. We're not going to try to get by on that. So we're going to set up another block here so that we can start farming over here, and we're going to farm barley, not food. We're more interested in the money than we are in the food. Our food is primarily going to come from, if not totally, from ostrich over here eventually. So we need to set up these fields over here. And remember, we now have these irrigation ditches. So what I'm going to do here is set up barley farms. Let me make sure I got the right one. Barley farms. And we'll have 2 of them and 2 of them. And we'll have a road running through them like this that then goes out and connects with the rest of the world. We will irrigate. See, where's irrigation? It's under farming here. We'll put an irrigation ditch here to get both of those, and we'll do it again on this side to get both of those. Then we will set up 1, 2 more of these, and we'll put a road in the middle like this, and we'll put 2 more on this side, 1, 2. Then we'll irrigate that outside thing here. How do we do this? Irrigation ditch. I want it to be like, I guess we're going to have to go over and down like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 barley, and we're going to do a fair amount of barley. I want to go ahead and put in 2 more. 1, 2, like this, and then a road like this, connecting all this up. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6. That's 10 irrigated fields. That's pretty good. Now, let's talk about. I can't recall if I mentioned this before. We have the 3 blocks. We have one here. We have one here. We have one here. Now, the way we're doing them, it's important that our entertainers walk in a certain way to get to the entertainment venue. So here, obviously, they're going to come down like this, and they're going to walk up and go up here. And we can actually just put it right off the end on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we can't. Shoot. I goofed. We want to be able to go like this. Short end on this side, perfect. And we can put a pavilion right there, right? So eventually we'll put a pavilion right there. So we'll want entertainment workers somewhere to be able to come in and go that way. So this one, if they're going to come from here, and I think that's a good plan to have them come from here somewhere, then this one we want our entertainment up at this end. But we got to look at this and say, well, how far up? This is we're butting up against the end of the map. How far up can we put an entertainment venue? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We can put it right there, no problem. And we can block it off like that, and we can make sure we put housing. Shoot, I don't like that. I wanted to just go ahead and use this road as our the road for the block, but we're not going to have enough space here, given all this farming, to put decorations and make sure it can evolve. And I don't want to back us into a corner with that. So let me start over with this. Let's just delete all this. I'm going to reconnect the Kingdom Road before somebody screams at me. And we will go based off, we'll go out here and let's just see. We can put a well, along here somewhere. Ideally, this would be your recruiting. Now, we're not going to recruit on this side. This side is just the farms. I want to save space up here to have production, to have our industry. So if we move it back here like this, I guess the thing I'm saying is we just want to move this. We want to have this enough space that we can have a decoration house road. We just really want to move this whole thing up one. That's what it comes down to. So why don't we just do that? Why don't we just move this whole thing up one like this? And then we've got space, house, road. That's perfect. And then we can decide how far up here we can get, because we want to put our entertainment venue up here. And we can actually put it, we could put it as far up as right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 that way, 2 that way. And I think if we just made this road go, this might not work. Oh, it did. All right, good. All right, sorry, I had another interruption, so now I got to figure out where I was. I think we were building this up here. Yes, we're building a new block, so let's go with our water. Oh, and first, need to make sure we can staff that entertainment with housing right there. So let's go with our basics. We'll go with water. Architect, fire, police, physician, and temple to Seth. And that's it. Let's get as many people as we can out of that. 52. Let's see. This is good. That's good. That's good. 56 will work. Okay. And then come down here and get what we can out of it. 44 is good. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Well, I did want to make a comment on that. If you say you don't want any debt, great. Good for you. But the fastest way to play is to take the debt, because that's free money. In fact, if you really want to strategize that, you would spend your money with stuff that you need as quickly as you possibly can in the early going, so that you could get that loan and have more money to work with, right? I mean, you just would if you're a smart player. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like this, like this, like that. We can go here, in the block right there. Okay, so anyway, we've got this block. So notice I'm not as upset as I usually am about getting the debt, because so what? All right, so we're gonna recruit here, and we want to block 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 like that, and that's let's see. I want an even number of spaces in here. My math is killing me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if this is 1, I want this to be an even number as far out there as we can go. 15. So 14. We'll go like that. And that's going to be our first worker block right there. So we're going to put a storage yard. Well, first we're going to, let's put another roadblock. First thing we'll put is a work camp. In fact, we're going to use 2 because it's a bit of a hike, and there's 2, 4, 6, well, there's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I'm actually going to expand that eventually. So we've got, in fact, I'm going to do it right now. 1, 2, and a irrigation ditch like that, and 1, and just get one more, and we can actually come out of the top of this and stop that like that. I think that's right. Entertainment pavilion. Yep, perfect. Okay. So there we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 barley fields out here, all irrigated. They should all be 99%. See, it says 78, but once we run it, see, it's up to 98. It'll go up to 98, 99% fertile. So we'll get the best results out of this we can. These guys will go work at it. We're going to put in fire, or architect and fire, like this. Cut that off here. They will recruit from this spot right here. And then we want a yard to accept all barley. And we want a yard down here. We're going to put it down here. It's going to be a money maker for us. We'll put it down here near the dock, and it's going to accept all beer. Okay, and let's let this run. Seth is blessing us, and I'll tell you what. Shoot, I start saying, oh, doggone it, I missed his blessing. Doggone it. We can export linen, right? So we're going to put one right here, and it's going to have linen in it. And I believe if we'd had that 5 seconds ago, you know, when that right before that message came, we would have a storage yard of linen right there. I did set it to accept linen, yeah. Okay, and we're going to set ourselves up to export. Can we export linen yet? We'll open a trade route so we can. We're going to. They buy. Oh, and we're going to open this one because we've got to start on that granite, and I'll explain that in a minute. Abu Slima Oasis, they buy beer. We want them. And these two, and then these guys, they're going to be our copper. That's a land trade route too. That's interesting. And Mesdames, they buy the beer. We definitely want them. They'll sell wood. We want that. Reeds, we want. Clay, we want. Good. That's a good one. Actually, I think we can get them, almost all of them. They buy beer. I wish I knew how much money I had. 940, so better wait. So we do want to go in, though, and set up some of these. We're going to say that we're going to export linen when over 0. We're going to see if Ta will help us out. Don't want to quite get the copper and wood, but we will very shortly. The beer, though, we definitely want to export when over 0 on the beer. And the granite we want to start importing to maintain 100 units. And we want a storage yard to accept all granite. Now, the deal with the granite, the obelisk is different from the other things we've dealt with. The obelisk, you have to have all 100 units of granite before you can even put it down. So that's going to, each one of these will hold 32, so that's 96. So we're actually going to have 3 plus part of a fourth storage yard in order to import all the granite we need to build that monument. But we're going to start that process right now. We're going to start importing, and as this one gets full, we'll add one and have it like do a get and unload this one, and we'll just keep importing. Okay, and here goes our workers down to do some barley farming for us. Our money's going back up because we got the gold. Seth is blessing us. Oh, there, see how fast that was? We got 15 already, so only one more import will fit in there. We're going to have to start moving the granite somewhere else. How much unemployment we got? 50%. All right. We can go ahead and prepare for the beer that's coming. So we're going to have a big old brewery setup going here. Okay, so they're all working. And once we have some barley, okay, so we're going to need to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to set one there and have it get granite. So once it gets in workers, it will start grabbing the granite and moving it. Okay, here comes our beer. We are very, very close to having an economy now. All right, so we've got excess. We have even more than these guys can handle. I'm going to put 2 more down, just for completeness sake. Oh man, look at this. One little goof. Forgot to tell that to accept, but we won't have any trouble quickly getting limestone. Should have already had it. Shame on me. All right, so you can see the beer starting to pour down here. And we will be exporting that beer. And we're going to go back out and make sure we've got all our trade routes. We've got this one. Oh, in Comey, they buy beer. We're going to open that one. It looks like we've got them all. They're a little hard to follow. Do we have this one? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we've got all our trade routes. We're set up to export beer. I would say at this point we have an economy because we have our gold mines and we have export of beer. How are we looking here? Got some unemployment, but they're happy. They idolize us, in fact. The gods are appeased. I do have a linen one here, don't? Yeah, I do. Now let's think about what we want to do next. I'd like to. Let's see. What I'd like to do now. Oh, the military. My goodness. Wake up here. Let's set up our military on. We need a recruiter who would be recruiter and academy. So recruiter is going to look like that, and the academy looks like that. Now I can't rotate that. See, I only have the two options, but I'm not going to change where I put it. I want it right there. So if we put the academy right there, it's very expensive, $1,300, and we put the recruiter right there, and we do roadblocks to make sure this recruiter doesn't go somewhere he doesn't belong. And we've got enough money to go ahead and build a fort, so we'll get an archer fort going. And then we're going to start kind of a copper. We'll put a storage yard here. We're going to accept a quarter yard of copper, quarter yard of wood, and a half yard of weapons. Okay, and I'm going to let this run for just a minute to get some more money. Make sure we're cool. Now we will start seeing these exports of the beer. I want to just double check. Yes, we're exporting our beer, and we should be good on that. So next time the trade ships come by, we should make a lot of money selling beer. There we go. There we go. We got a land trade for a bunch. All right. So we've got an economy now. So what we can do now is start importing copper to maintain 800, and importing wood to maintain 800. And we've got the warehouse or the storage yard set up for that. We've got workers, yes. Looking good, looking good. So we can go ahead and start weapons creation. So we're going to go military buildings, weaponsmith. We'll put a couple of weaponsmiths up here near the recruiter. And we've got the money. Let's go ahead and put an infantry fort out here, along with our archer fort. And we're going to start creating production, shipwright. We're going to start creating warships. So we're going to go here, we're going to go warship wharf and put one right there. And then we want to get over here so we can start using those, and we want to start getting that food production going. So, yeah, so let's put in a ferry. Where is it? Services, ferry landing. We can put one here, and it can go over here. Now, that's a bit of a shame. Well, that's all right. All right, here's our ferry service. Now, this side will be staffed, this side will not, but that's okay. Immigrants bring their own boats, so they can get over here. And then once it's established, we can set it up so that it's manned as well, so that workers can get across. Okay, so, all right. Let's set up our next block. And again, I think it's because of the skinniness, so this is just going to be a simple block like this. And we could use something else. We could use one of those nice, what do we call it? Senator blocks or whatever we wanted to do, but I think we'll just stick with our simple one. We can put this right here, and then we can go 31 like that, and then we can have our entertainment down here because our entertainers will be coming from here somewhere, and they'll come across this, they'll come on a road, and the only connection will be here into this block. So we can set this up with our 4, 1, and 2. Make sure that we put housing right there like that. And we can put And we can put some housing right there if we want to. And then let's put in our services, architecture, fire, police, physician, and temple to Seth, like so. And then we'll skip a couple for a bazaar. No, we won't. We will just maximize our housing here. So this is 52. That's good. That's good. We can go on out. We can go out here to 56. Oh, yeah, no, it did. I got the physician. About to catch myself and say, no, you didn't put physician, but I did. All right. And 40 is good. 44 is even better. And we'll put some shrines in here. Let's do shred. Let me undo that. Let's do Seth, not Shreth. Seth and Ta, like that. And then this guy here can go out like this and around, down here. And we can come off of this like so. And we can set up a block that goes out this way and gives us the opportunity to put in more ships, build a bigger navy, and get our hunting going. So we'll be hunting out here very close to that spawning point. Do we have unemployment? Yeah, we have some. Let's see. And we've probably overkilled this, of course, but that's okay. Oh, we're down to spending all the money. Let's wait a minute. Okay. He didn't do anything. He was supposed to give us linen. I don't think he gives you linen. I think he gives you, I don't know what he does. I have a feeling if we could put some weavers in, we know that works. Put some weavers in here and do that and take advantage of his blessings. But okay, we're getting tons of blessings from Seth. There's a whole bunch of you know how we got the debt? We made a whole bunch of money from beer, but at the same time we brought in copper and wood. They're both very expensive. But see there, we've already built a warship wharf. The wood got delivered down here. We made a warship. There's some more beer going out. Oh, we got some more of this. Let's put one here and say, get all granite. Okay, we're selling more beer. All right. Now I need to get my head in the game here and get this going. So what we want to do here is set up. We want another one here. We can put a transport. I think right there. Nope. No. How about there? No. Well, shoot. We'll put a transport here, but we're not ready to go that way yet. We're going to work our way up this way. We can put another one of these here. I think we can get a transport. Right. Wrong one. Transport wharf. They're smaller. Oh, come on. Come on. Huh. Not letting us do it. Well, we'll put them down here somewhere. We can put one here for sure. All right, so let's figure this out. We're going to have a road that goes like this, gets over and picks that up. There's nothing through here, so we just need to go down through here, over, We need to pick that up, and then we need to come around like so, and down here like that. The spawn point's up here. We just don't want to. We want to be aware of that. And that block should allow us to pick up workers for this, including the ferry. And so if we give them an architect and a fire, like so, then we should be able to put a granary right out here, make this a very efficient setup. We're going to put a granary how about right there, and then we'll have hunters right here. Now they're going to hunt just right to, we'll give them a space to get out there. We'll put 400 just right on that thing, so they should be able to hunt really well right there. And then in this block right here, we'll put a bazaar right there, and one down here. Now these 4 have gotten messed up a little bit, so I'm going to do some deleting here. We're going to kill those. We're going to put in a bazaar. And when I say messed up, you want them to build in 2x2 like that. Sometimes you'll get a single, a 2x2, and a single after it, which is kind of, we had a single, 2 2x2s, and a single instead of, you know, all 2x2s. So we can redo this row. We can build that, and then we could add, wait a minute, and add another one there if we wanted to get it back. And in fact, we don't even really need that because we're going to start evolving this section down here. Okay, and then I've changed these. I don't know if I've shared this with you or not. I've changed these to the default to nothing so I can control them, which also means I have to remember them. So I'm going to tell it to buy game meat and buy game meat. Okay, and I want this to accept game meat. Okay, now let's go see what we've got. Beer, they're asking for beer and we can comply. Unfortunately, that's one of our money makers, but that's okay. We'll live. And you can see the hunting is going already. We're already getting people in here. Okay, they don't like their surroundings. I don't blame them. Let's do the shrine thing like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and tile 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's put in some gardens like that. All right, so we're going to split this playthrough into 2 parts. So we're going to stop right here and pick it back up at this point in part 2. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Pharaoh, A New Era video. Thank you.